All right, let's look at NVDA on the monthly chart. So one of the things to keep in mind is after we have a stock split on any stock, it tends to move different. And so Tesla really slowed down after it split, and it was just not near as much fun to trade, right? So NVIDIA was on fire. What happened? We had a stock split and everything slowed down again. Tesla now has picked up and is moving while NVIDIA is still crawling. So just be mindful anytime there's a stock split that can happen. So I am patiently waiting on NVIDIA to kind of get a little fire under it and moving again. But we have definitely been on a little bit of a downtrend there for a while. We had talked about this bull flag. And this is where I was encouraging everyone to grab leaps because we pushed all the way back to that 90 area. And then look what happened. We got a beautiful push to the upside. Now we're kind of watching to make sure, okay, let's make sure we hold this trend line right here because we have definitely broke out of this sideways chop that we had going for a while. And we're holding it nicely. So this is going to be an area about that 120, 122 that I'd be watching to make sure we hold and see a continuation to the upside. So if we're looking at the weekly chart, this is where I want to make sure that this week, if we do pull back, that we hold that 137 area. If we do fall below, we've got a strong support to keep in mind at that 131. And then on our daily chart, we have a gap fill down here, but like Tesla, NVIDIA does its own thing. It's not like SPX where it kind of pulls back and fills those gaps in a relatively quick timeline. This does not do that, neither does Tesla. So it's gaps, it kind of just leaves them in the dust and it'll get to it when it gets to it. So for Monday, I'm watching the 144 area. If we pull back, this is the area I'd love to see us actually pick up and bounce. If for some reason we don't, then I'm going to be looking at the larger time frame and make sure that what happens around that 137 area, right, on our weekly chart, if we can get the bounce there. So a couple areas to kind of keep in mind as we move with NVIDIA. As we just saw Tesla pick up and get some momentum and it's finally moving, I'm watching for that same thing to happen with NVIDIA. Right now it's slow. It recently had a stock split. I don't know when it's going to change, but it definitely was moving just like Tesla. So it's obviously going to stay on my favorites list. So looking at our candle on Friday, we definitely held mostly inside this previous day's candle. So we really need a breakout above that 149. But I did mention last week that 150 is a strong resistance. So we need above that 150 or below this double bottom at that 146 area. So going to be watching these areas above 150, below 146. If we do pull below that 146, I'm hoping and watching for a bounce around that 144 area. So hopefully NVIDIA picks up some steam like Tesla did. It would be amazing to have these two running and a much easier trading year in front of us.